thank you all for coming. I greatly appreciate it. I've always been a very big fan of working hard and putting your head down and doing what is right, but then taking time to be with family and friends and celebrating the fruits of your labor. Taking a moment, taking a breath and saying, yeah, this is cool, we did it. We did something unique. Started about 15, more like 16 and a half years ago. I was working in a primary care in this area. There was a substantial need for an after-hours service. And there's a substantial need to take care of my patients who would call and say, my little one is breathing funny. And the last thing as a provider you want to hear is, I have a funny breathing child who's 3 months old at 11 p.m. That could be they have a snotty nose, that could be terrible things, that could be anything. But you need eyes on that child. And after about the third or the fourth time that I had to send people to the ER to wait, to have them go, yeah, they have a plugged up nose, I realized, no, we need to do something. We need to get out here. So we wound up, my wife and I just basically said, well, let's go, let's give it to God. Let's see what we can do. Let's pray for it. What do we want? We need a massive facility. I need x-ray. I need a largest exam room. And then I met Dr. Combs. Dr. Combs, sorry. Dr. Combs said, here, you can have the entire downstairs floor. We have 23 exam rooms, 2 surgical bays, x-ray, and 3 waiting rooms. That's all right. We're going. We're in. And I had 1 employee, and my wife was pregnant with their second child. So here we go. But I had physicians who believed in the idea and believed we can do it. And I started collecting people who believed in me. And that's the most important thing, is sometimes it just takes somebody maybe a little bit crazy, a little bit on the edge, say, let's go. And the more pragmatic, the people who can, the people who can do will come, and they will rally behind them. And we've done that for 15 years. We've done that through panics of Ebola panic. We've done that through SARS and swine flu and bird flu and the darn flu and everybody else. We did this most recently through COVID. This is a very dangerous situation, but our people came forward. They did get sick, but they were willing to do it. And so what happens is we wind up getting a place that the single most important thing we have is this the facility I want my daughter, my son, and my grandmother to be cared for. And if the answer is yes, then we'll go the next day. The day that we say, I don't know, you're doing something, or oh, I don't like the way this room looks, then we're not going to do this. But so far, we're able to meet the challenges. We have an outstanding team. We've added some really high-hitting post-military individuals through here. Dr. Dominguez has been absolutely supportive. He understands where medicine is going, and he understands the need for it. So we're looking at the next 15 years, and we're looking at what we need. And we're seeing that it's not just the stopgap in an urgent care setting. It's not the immediate appointment. It's the appointment where we sit down with you. It's the appointment where we sit down and go, okay, why are we getting closer to this hypertension? You know it, I know it. Let's talk. What is the block in your head instead of throwing medicine at people? And I believe we can get there. Dr. Alan Phelps has a shared desire, and I think his desire is even a little more than mine, to get into family practice. And that's where he wants to be, and that's where we're going with that. But we want to start doing things where we don't just sit there and refill medications, but get to know, and to get to know the patients with them. And that's not easy. You know, you say, oh, let's get to know the patient, that'd be great. Well, then you have to look at that medical assistant sitting in the front desk and go, well, you don't get to get paid. But we're trying, and we're going to make it work. And without great attempts, there will be some failures, but there will be some great successes. And these people, I think, that are a good spot. And I have a little thing that I was going to say, because I wrote it one time. It is, focus not upon your laurels, for they will wither under the gentlest scrutiny. And thank you.
Nice. So I'm not quite as much of a talker as Steve here, but yeah, so I've been with Steve at least 11-ish, 12-ish years, I think. I'm a solo private practice family doc down south in San Diego. Been in private practice 20 years, which is hard to imagine, but because I'm only 30. You know, I started the same thing. I'm at private practice. Who does that anymore, right? So kind of saw the same entrepreneurial spirit that Steve had. I started off just as the supervising physician and then fell into the medical directorship some years ago. And I will say that one thing, I mean, for me, most important is taking care of people, right? And you can't take care of people if you don't have good people here. So, and I'm really excited what Alan's doing, moving forward with family medicine. Obviously, that's my passion. So I'm here to help smooth that and get that up and running, and no one better than Alan to do it. So I think we've always done a good job and look forward to the future. Thanks.
It's always tough to finish, follow those things, but I just want to speak more to about, Steve, Mr. Schutz, as a person. I've been with the company now 13 years, and I was, doing military thing, and then when I retired, I decided to come on to the company. And it really has everything to do with Steve. Steve's passion for what he wants to bring. He's always forward focused, looking at, are we doing what's right? Are we doing what's decent for the patient? If we're doing that, everything else will fall into line. And we've trained hundreds of MAs. We've trained nurse practitioners. We've trained PAs. We've trained x-ray techs. And all of that, those people that we've trained, they carry that mission on with them. So while we're celebrating 15 years with here, Mr. Schutz has touched every facet of the medicine throughout, Temecula Valley, through the people that we've trained and we've but we've trained and they went on to other spots. So, and we still, that same passion, he's not afraid to do anything. He's a get it done type of guy. We're talking about, our valley, and he's always say yes. He was told no, no, no. People don't do 24-hour urgent cares. People don't do this. No, we're not going to fund you. Why would you do that? He said no. They said no. He said yes. And his dedication, his devotion is why we're all standing here, because he won't take no for an answer. He's a get it done type guy. And you see that with the people that stand behind us. They're going to go above and beyond to do what's right for the patient, and we'll figure it out. Throughout the pandemic, he was the tip of the spear out there, taking, swabbing people, saying hi, taking care of people, getting blankets. He was doing whatever it takes, whatever is needed to do that. He was thinking about the pandemic before the pandemic got here. He had supplies, he had gloves, he had masks. He's just one of those forward thinkers in life, and it's really a privilege and an honor to get to work with him, and for him to be my mentor. So I really appreciate that, and so thank you, sir.
And I think that takes it upon every one of us to share what you have. Share with the younger generation, share with even an older generation, but just share it. Take that passion, don't be afraid of it. Don't worry if somebody says, you're a bit much, you're a bit out there. Great, be out there, because someone's got to get to space someday. And so do that, take that opportunity. Just one of the things is, one of the reasons I was probably able to do this is I had a kooky wife. She just said, I'd say, baby, we can do it. We just have to live there for 3 months with the children, and we'll turn one into a nursery. And she'd go, okay. I'm like, no, I mean, we could. So she's like, no, do it. You need your passion. You need to do that. And so we did it. And then now we get to do other things. And I'm very excited about what the future brings for medicine. I'm very excited about what we can be a part of for medicine. And whatever field you're in or whatever you're doing, be excited. Share that one thing you love. Yeah, it works. Yeah, so it does. Thank you all.
Alrighty, well, don't forget fun Okay, Paul.
Paul is so dramatic.
I just sort of mentioned this one time. I didn't have enough hands.
You want to do this one?
He's making it a bigger job.
Wait, you gotta close your eyes, and
So,
Alan, you put the
for-
ribbon in the way.
All of our ambassadors and anybody who wants to be in the photo, go ahead and crowd in between the pillars so Megan can see you.
Actually, if I can ask the doctors to come forward, and then we'll have some of our ambassadors and supporters go behind you between the pillars. Yeah, come on forward. Come forward.
They're very sharp.
Oh, good to know. Tell us when. All right, hang on. So don't cut yet. We're gonna take some photos.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
You're forgetting.
Oh yeah. We need all of them in there. There we go.
Yeah, put your head right there.
I know we are at an urgent care.
Look at that, save that. You can save that.
All right. So if you look at the,
Cassie, do you want to go over here with the ribbon? Come on. You look like
there you go. Yeah.
Wait, don't you need to get in there too?
Oh. All right. So look up at the teal phone. We'll take this horizontal one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, don't move. We're gonna do a vertical one. If I can get everywhere. Oh yeah, we can. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Teal phone.
Okay.
And then, can everyone do me a favor and say urgent care?
Urgent care.
All right. So before you cut it, though, we're gonna have you guys get a phone call. No thanks.
Yeah.
Tell them you want solar.
Yeah. It was the little sister, so I got to tell her later. Okay, so on the count of 3, we're all going to count to 3. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then you'll cut. So here we go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Very nice. Congratulations.